concept of queue explained by my students.
So let us see queue in the data structures. It is based upon the design thinking concept. So it has 4 types, that is define, empathy, prototype and ideate. So here I am going to explain about the empathy. Empathy is just nothing but feeling in the other situation, what they are handling in their day-to-day life. So let us see in movie theaters, imagine that you are in a movie theater and you are standing in a long queue for buying the tickets to watch a movie. So first, who comes first, they can be served first. So likewise in a queue, that is first in first out, who comes first and who will be coming out of the next. So this is the real life concept in the empathy concept.
So let's see about the define of this problem statement. So imagine a scenario that you are going to develop an app. So in that app, your task is to print the documents. So if you are receiving multiple documents at the same time, so what will you print the first document? So to solve this, there are so many problems. So if you are using array to solve this, you need to add and remove an element from front. So it will be more inefficient. And if you are, it requires to change the elements from front and back. So then another option you can choose randomly. So if you choose it randomly, it will be more unfair. And the third option is if you are using stack. So in stack concept is you are going to print the first, you are going to print the last document. So it also seems unfair. So that we are using the queue concept. Actually, the queue concept is first come first serve. So that the first entering document will be printed first, and shifting of elements will be also not necessary. So if you want to do multiple tasks at the same time, you can also use circle queue and linked list queue.
I'm going to explain idea of this problem. Let's see some real life example that actually works in a queue. First example, printing in an office. When 5 employees sends documents at the same printer, the printer does not take it randomly. It takes the first document and it will print. Like this, it will take the next and so on. It actually they say exactly as a queue. Think about a call center. They will tell you are the customer number 5, which means there are 5 members in a queue, and it will comes in an order, which means the first customer will be attended and then so on. And also in computers, when multiple tasks are given, the CPU will take the first task and it will continue in that order and it will be in a queue. Like this, queue is the task which comes new, will add it to the rear of the queue, and if the process start, the task in the front will be accessed. This is the process of the queue.
Okay, additionally let us see the applications of queue. So applications of queue is based upon many types. So types is based on CPU scheduling, printer spooling, call center system and breadth first search. So let us see one by one. So here comes CPU scheduling. CPU scheduling is that is queue which are used to manage processing the different scheduling types, that is algorithm like FCFS and the round robin methods. So here next comes the printer spooling, which is defined as the print that is jobs can be printed in the queue and it can be processed by the one by one order. So let us see the another one called the call center system. So call center system is defined as the incoming calls that are placed in the queue, is known as the call center system. So here next comes the breadth first search, that is which comes it is defined as the BFS. So it is a graph and trees. It is used to keep tracking and explore after queue. So here next comes next additionally we have data buffers, network packet management and customer service system and etc. So let us see one by one quickly. So here next comes the data buffers. The data buffers is nothing but which is used to manage the buffer like keyboard and more input efficiently. So here next comes the network. Network packet management is nothing but it is routers use manage queues to manage the process.
So I'm going to say the prototype of this question. So the prototype is we should build the concept by step. So the basic operations are enqueue, dequeue and peak. Enqueue is to add the element to the rear of the queue. Dequeue is to remove the element from the queue, and peek is to check the front element from the queue. So the types of queue are circular queue, single queue, priority queue, and dequeue. Circular queue is its last position is connected to the first position to make the space efficient. The single queue is a method of FIFO. The dequeue is a double-ended queue where the deletion and insertion happens in both the ends. And priority queue are the element are dequeued based on the priority.
So to conclude, today we not only see what is queue, we will see lots of real-time examples compared with queue concept. Actually, here we empathize the problem, and in different section we see what are the problems that we are going to solve, and we ideated the real-time examples, and lastly tested the queue. So queue, even though the queue seems simple, actually it's the backbone of lot of the systems. Thank you.